This is how you are going to learn to play keyboard this year. When you open it up, you'll see Keyboard Year 7, Book 1. When you turn to the next page, you're going to see some basics. How to hold your hand. How to read the notes. Remember, A, B, C, D, E, F, G only. And then on the keyboard, C note is a white note. How to find middle C. Now, how to find middle C is something different on every keyboard. I have these already labelled on the keyboards you are going to be using. So these notes are known as the musical alphabet. So remember, the musical alphabet is only A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And I can start in any order as long as I always follow that same pattern. Now we are going to start only with treble clef, and this is what a treble clef looks like. So we are only going to use our right hand. Doesn't matter if you're right-handed or left-handed. Treble means right, and that's to do with where the notes are on the keyboard. Now, reading music, we've already looked at this. The 5 lines are called staff or stave. Bass clef. Bass clef is something we will look at later in the year, or you may have already looked at it already. Maybe you already play keyboard. And bass clef means left hand. So down here, you can see I've got my treble and my bass clef. We are going to focus just on the treble clef. And here you can see it says bar and a bar line. So this is how I divide my music, and I know how to count. Notes. Now we've learnt how every good boy deserves fruit. On the line, do the rhyme. And in the space spells face. F-A-C-E. Here we have our duration tree. And remember, with duration, we talk about this as do Mr. Fox a favour, semi-breve, minim, crotchet, quaver. Rests are silences in music. This is something we'll come back to later on in the term. You can see here it says 8th note, quarter note, half note, whole note. We know them as semi-breve, minim, crotchet, or quaver. Here again, you can see our duration tree. So a semi-breve takes up 4 boxes, so it's 4 counts each. A minim takes up 2 boxes, so it's 2 counts. A crotchet only takes up 1 box, so it's only equal to 1 count. Now quavers are the funny ones. I can fit 2 quavers into 1 count. So when I'm counting quavers, remember I'm going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And there's our do Mr. Fox a favour, semi-breve, minim, crotchet, quaver. And remember, you can do that in drawing. Semi-breve, minim, crotchet, quaver. Now this page goes through some different things that we need to know to start with. We're going to start with 4/4. Remember, our time signature means 4 crotchet. Please remember the crotchet. Beats per bar. This comes up a lot. Not 4 beats, 4 bars, 4 crotchet beats per bar. Top number tells you how many beats. The bottom number tells you what type of beat. Now, I've got here whole note, but we are going to talk about it as a semi-breve, just so you're aware. So the first note we are going to learn to play is C, also known as middle C. And it's not because it's in the middle of the keyboard, it's because it's in the middle of the 2 staves. The same note, but if I write it in bass clef, is written like that as well. So sitting at your keyboard, try and find C. See if you can play all the different Cs on the keyboard. They should all be labelled for you. Now we're going to start with our first song, Catwalk.